Okay.
Two ugly mugs. Two ugly mugs. Two hearts of love. Two muddled minds, two coffee cups.
Mugs.
This is the Two Ugly Mugs FTFFL podcast, everyone. Welcome,
It's going to be
Joe.
great.
It's
going to be so great. People are going to love it. People love us.
Right. Let's start out with our first segment. This one is going to be, I think, the hottest segment for our shows during the year. It's Score, Bore, No More, where we look at what the most vocal league members are saying, and we decide whether they scored, they bored, or we don't even want any more of that. So, Joe, for the Scoreboard No More, there's no smack talk happening yet, but I had a conversation with Tommy where he was coming after us for not being, oh my gosh, what's going on here?
Stop that real quick. Okay, I'm back. Back, everyone.
That was terrible. Okay, Tommy wants us to have nominated him for whatever that award is. Even what's the award?
It was the Motor Mouth.
The Motor Mouth Award. He wasn't even nominated, and he thought that was despicable. I think the nominees were Anthony, our moms, your dad, and someone else, but it definitely wasn't Tommy. So
I can't remember if I was on there, but Tommy wasn't. That's the point.
Should he have been?
No, not in my opinion, no.
Because he made an effort to be on that list towards the end of the season when he saw that he wasn't nominated. After that point, he was very vocal.
Sure, yeah, too little, too late, in my opinion. Yeah. He would go on the smack board, but you would just talk about how great his team was or how many points he needed.
And no message board activity.
No,
I think that's part of it.
None at all.
He did have one good legal claim that, well, I made the claim for him, so I'll take credit for it. But the award description says a non-media member who contributed most on the smack board. So Anthony, who won that award, is technically a media member.
Not officially.
So we might have to change that one. But to rectify this situation, since Joe and I make those nominations on this podcast, we're going to be giving you the current leaders on our nomination board. So you won't feel gypped at the end of the year when you're.
Yeah, it'll be an update about every week. Be like, probably won't start week 1. Well, we guess we could.
We kind of have to.
And then,
I think,
yeah.
So
and then it'll just go from there, I guess.
Does Tommy get a score, a bore, or a no more in your opinion?
Tommy gets a bore, a definite bore.
Score, bore, no more. Boring you. I think that Tommy scores because we're acting to fix the problem. So his complaining, the squeaky wheel gets the.
Well, you wanted to fix it. I'm just reluctantly going along with this just because it's a good idea for other reasons, I think.
My mic over here. Hopefully my sound doesn't cut out.
I can't hear a word you're saying. Can't hear a word you're saying. Can you hear me? Shake your head yes if you can hear me. Okay.
Am I back? Am I in?
Yeah, you're back. Yeah.
All right, my stupid mic. Okay. Well, this podcast's off to a terrible start now. Great job.
It's okay. We're the only ones doing a podcast, so.
We're the first.
So you don't judge.
Don't blame the Titanic for sinking. This show's off to a great start. There's no icebergs in the way of this podcast.
No, just little ice blocks here and there.
Nice. Next up, we've got, let's talk about the new season. Let's not talk about Tommy. That was a big mistake.
Yeah.
Joe, the schedule's out. What's up with that?
So, the schedule, it's a fantasy football schedule. And basically the same format as last year.
Hasn't changed too much.
No bad blood. No bad blood. That's Anthony's thing. We'll let him keep that. We're going to start right off the bat with rivalries, conference rivalries. And then, as like last year, weeks 6 and 7 will be non-conference rivalries. And then week 5 will be a third rivalry week. So we've added an extra rivalry week and done away with bad blood.
I like it. We've got Anthony and Beth back to back. I'd like to plug the Poops 2-game U.S. tour. We're going to be in the States. We want all Poops fans in Graceland and in San Antonio. So show up, guys. We can do this.
Yeah. Ben, if you want to view the schedule, you should know how to do it by now. But it's go to the website, and you can either go to the scoreboard, or you can go to your team page, and then the drop-down menu, go to your schedule from there.
I like it.
But if you don't know how to do that by now, then you shouldn't be in the league.
New schedule's looking good. Any other news? League news?
League news? No. We'll be doing the Hall of Fame again. I guess we're adding the Hall of Shame as well.
Well, I don't know if we are. I was telling Ben that the Hall of Shame is the Hall of Shame's tricky because, well, he's kind of got to get it going because there's only so many weeks left. I'm going to post the Hall of Fame stuff today and people can start doing their nominees. But we don't know how the Hall of Shame works or who's in charge of getting those.
I say we let Ben just do it. Just let him live.
We just let Ben do it?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's dangerous.
That is dangerous, but what are those ugly things?
These are the Julio Duh. They're the new shoes.
Yeah,
for
right.
The Poops.
I think I voted
there's for the poop slip. The poop slips right there.
And I think I voted for the poop slips.
Yeah, they're pretty good. We're going with the LeVar Ball business model. So get all your Poops memorabilia. Look at these things. Beautiful. Lonzo's wore these in the game that he was injured when he won Summer League MVP. So that's that.
Well, we'll go to the poll. What's the?
Oh yeah, let's see how the poll's doing. Hold on a second. Still learning how things go. Ooh, the poll is tight. The Slip Poops and the Poop Taurus. The high and because the Poop Taurus is way more expensive than the Slip Poops. And Poop fans can't even really use the Poop Taurus because it's so cold. Your poop's gonna be frozen to the seat.
Yeah,
yeah. So that's more for Tommy. Tommy's engineers helped us out with that, and that's it's more for Tokyo weather.
Tokyo, yeah, Tokyo. Basically anywhere else but north of nowhere.
Yeah, but people like that stuff. Should we do the mock draft?
Good idea. Yeah, let's do the mock draft. And then after that, so basically we should do a lineup here. So we've done the weekly preview, the review. We still have to do. We did the Boar Score no more.
Oh, we should plug our guests. If you are bored, we got some big celebrity guests coming in, and some
right.
headline news. But with us, it's not really headline because we didn't start with it. But it's big news. Big news to break. Let's go to the mock draft, which hasn't been done. We're gonna do it live. So Joe, let's flip our picks here. We're both expert mock drafters. You can start out. Machaca and Beans on the clock. Who are they taking?
Jock and Beans, they're going to go. I think they'll go with David Johnson.
David Johnson.
They're going to regret
happy with that one.
They're going to regret letting him go last year. I think they're going to give him a second shot.
Anthony's easy. He's been telling us all the time. Le'Veon Bell. So we know the first two picks. That's the easy part. With this Ezekiel Elliott news, what in the world is Beth going to do at 3?
I think she goes Antonio.
Antonio Browns.
We got 2 Steelers back to back.
I call him Antonio Browns.
That's all right.
He's so good. There's 2 of them. That's a poop. All right, Grant. Now Grant. He's got Zeke staring him in the face.
I don't think he goes with Zeke.
Julio was his boy last year, so he could bring Julio back. And then I've heard from him that LaShawn McCoy is not really in his range. If I hadn't heard that, I would be thinking LaShawn could make sense here.
I'm going to say Julio.
Julio Jones.
I think yeah.
It's disappointing.
It is disappointing. Not for Cowtown, though, because they get Ezekiel Elliott.
Now, that's what I think everyone in the league is going to be hoping, that Cowtown just solves their headache and takes Ezekiel Elliott. Yeah. As excited as some people. So let's just all hope. Let's all send Casey care baskets.
I think Zeke will be gone, but once the top 5 is over.
I petition Cowtown. We humbly beg you to just take Ezekiel Elliott. Unless he's only suspended 1 game, then maybe let him fall. All right, Matt's impossible.
Well, they won't if that's the case, but
yeah. Matt. How do you decide? This is where all mock drafts go to die. The Pounders.
I think he's going Christian McCaffrey.
Oh God.
He's gonna toss it up just like every year. He's just gonna throw us all out of whack. We're not gonna know what to do with ourselves. We're just gonna be sitting there pooping our pants.
He has to know, because who is he? Like Odell Beckham's around, LaShawn McCoy, Devonta Freeman, I guess. Jordan Howard, his guy last year. There's so many people he could take. There's so many people he could take here.
I think he goes with the Pac-12 rookie running back.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Who you thought Howard maybe is your second choice? Can we agree on Howard, or are you that sure that he's going to take Christian McCaffrey? I think he might just take like Odell Beckham. He might not overthink it and do something weird.
Every year we doubt that he'll take a rookie.
Because he could take Leonard Fournette too. If he does that.
I asked him about Fournette when he was here back in February. And he did not like Fournette.
But why does he do this? Because
I failed to ask him about McCaffrey, though.
He has to know. He has to know that he can get him in the second round, though, doesn't he? Why is he?
Yeah, that's what we said the last 2 years. But he
all right. I guess you got a strong feeling about this.
Christian McCaffrey. There we go, baby. Okay, the poops.
I'll pick your pick, and I'll let you pick my pick.
The poops are going with Odell Beckham.
That's a solid guess. Odell's there. I don't want to turn my back on one of my boys again. Keep doing that. Tommy. Now, there was a LaShawn McCoy on the board last time me and him did a mock draft, and he very excitedly took LaShawn McCoy, but then ended up regretting it. So I don't know.
He's going to go.
I think that kind of has to be who he takes, though. I can't think of anyone else.
Who else is there?
Just like Howard, McCoy, Gordon, Jay Ajayi is getting a lot of hype. And then like Mike Evans, AJ Green.
Yeah. I don't see anyone else but McCoy there, honestly.
Just kind of got to go.
LaShawn McCoy. The guys on buffs, those idiots. I don't know who the hell they're going to take.
Joe's told me that he's 13% sure that he might be able to take the guy he wants, which is very curious because this is like the point in the draft where I feel like aside from Christian McCaffrey, the top kind of 7 guys are gone and now the other guys are left. So you could kind of know who's going to be there. I'd say maybe you're going to take someone like Jordan Howard. Hadn't thought of that. I'll say DeMarco. I'll have let everyone know what I
DeMarco,
think.
Honestly,
if I did, I would just tell you I was going to draft him because
would you though?
I'd be able to draft him there. It's not like anyone like I have to play chess on that one. But you won't let me know that you want him. If you vouch for him strongly enough, maybe you could. If you were like, man, I can't wait till I get DeMarco next year, maybe I'd be like, maybe I should take him. But anyhow, Slam Jocks next.
Eli Manning.
Now, provided there's no slippage in this pick.
Yeah.
Okay. Green kind of makes sense. This point,
I'm going to go with
Evans.
I think the Slam Jocks are running back kind of team.
Are the Slam Jocks a hype team where they will like kind of buy into the new guy that's getting all the attention? Because those are kind of all these guys now, like Gordon, Ajayi, and Howard.
Well, I was actually going to put. I think they go Devontae Freeman, honestly.
Yeah, I can see that. It's not a bad pick.
And then I could see Tom going Melvin Gordon. Possibly.
Is Tom like an always running back guy or an always receiver guy?
Tom's always seems to be 5 steps ahead of everyone. At least he tries to be that way, whereas he'll draft the best player available to use as trade bait.
Yeah.
So he's tricky. He could go Gordon. Or he could have gone Mike Evans, maybe. We'll go with Gordon.
Yeah, those receivers are hanging out there.
Yeah.
I think AJ Green. I like AJ Green better than Mike Evans.
He's definitely AJ Green kind of gets hurt though. Every year he's like out for like at least one game or so.
But didn't Mike Evans have like a huge couple of games last year and then kind of fell off a bit? Maybe I'm wrong on that.
That's kind of what AJ Green does.
Yeah, except AJ Green's just injured, so it's more excusable. All right, what does Ann do here?
I think she goes Evans.
Mike Evans. Can't disagree with any of these. You're kind of taking over the draft. House of Pain.
House of Pain. Let's see here.
I feel like Ben might auto draft this year. He still likes the league drama, but I kind of noticed last year that he wasn't like totally dedicated to the team. He was sort of bored by it, and especially with a late pick, I think he might get Jordan Howard on an auto draft. Checking in late, just getting some Chinese food.
Getting some Chinese. I thought McDonald's was his draft day.
Oh yeah, he's getting his McDonald's.
Uh,
Because who else is? You could take AJ Green.
No, he wouldn't take. I don't think he'd take a Bengal this early, at least. He may later.
There's always Gronk to consider.
There is always. Oh yeah, Gronkowski. But I don't know if he'd go.
Nah.
No, yeah, that's kind of.
I'd say like Howard would be who maybe I would pick here, but I don't know if Ben. It's hard to predict anybody, but I might say just Jordan Howard based on how high he'll be sitting in the queue.
Yeah, I can go with Howard.
Jordan Howard.
That's one of the hardest picks, though, I think, to predict.
Yeah.
How's it paying? It's a very spontaneous group.
To round out this
Heliopolis. I guess you'd have to say AJ Green, right? Or a quarterback, maybe.
I think if she's not on the auto draft, even that, I think she's too savvy to take a quarterback at that point.
That is a tradition in Heliopolis, is to have their first pick auto drafted.
It seems to work.
Yeah. So it would probably be AJ Green.
If Zeke gets a 14-game suspension, if he gets a 4-game suspension, she'll probably end up with that suspended All-Star again. Maybe go on to another Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
Well, there's your mock draft, folks.
That's it right there. That's how it's going to happen.
If it happens that way, what if it happened that way? That'd be nuts.
Well, now that they've seen it, I don't think it's going to, but it could. I guarantee it'll go at least like 70% that way, at least.
All right, it's time to bring in our guest, I think, and get a look at who might win the Blood Bowl next year. Joe, are you running our phones? Let's see if we can get our guest.
Yeah,
I think we can get our guest.
He's a very busy man, this guest.
He watches us a lot, though. I think we can see what he thinks of our new show.
Let's see here. Let's try and get him in here.
Two ugly ones.
Two ugly ones. We have to go through a lot of people to get this, guys. Bear with us. Bear with us.
We got to make sure it's all disclosed beforehand too. Nothing strange happens.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. President.
Hello, it's me.
How are you? Thank
Hello.
you so much for joining us, Your Honor.
How
are you doing?
Where's my son?
He had to leave. He had to leave. He didn't want to be implicated in this discussion. So Joe will be back momentarily.
He's very scared. Very scared person. He's scared of me. I know it. He doesn't want
Are
to
you
talk to me.
happy?
That's fine.
Have you seen the schedule yet, Mr. President, for the FTFFL?
Absolutely terrible. Terrible schedule. It's a failing product, this FTFFL. Failing product. Disgusting.
There hasn't been a ton of off-season chatter, so you might have a point there. You know, you should have been you by all rights could be our commissioner, but I know you're busy.
That was the deal. That was the deal. The deal was broken off. My son got in the way of that. Don't worry. We'll make sure next year that the POTUS is running this fantasy football league. We'll make sure that people. We're going to do great things.
I would like to hold an open election, so you could run another campaign again soon.
I think
you'd enjoy that.
I think next year we should have an election. I think, well, I don't know who would run, but whoever it was would lose against me, so it wouldn't really matter. It wouldn't really matter.
Most likely. Where do you rank Joe among your sons? You have
Joe, poor Joe.
Barron, Donald
lost
Jr.
Prodigal son, never returned. You know, okay, terrible son, failing son.
So he's last. He's the most failingest son.
He's last.
Oh wow,
dead last. Barron, much smarter, would have made a much better commissioner.
Could you convince Barron to be commissioner?
I think I could. I think it could happen, but I think I'd do a lot better. I think we'd have a beautiful league if I ran it.
Well, most importantly, Mr. President, is who's going to win this year. Did you see Heliopolis coming, by the way?
Heliopolis, cheaters, liars, fake team. Just a fake team all around. Auto draft. You got the Pupchaka-san controversy. No one's talking. Everyone wants to put all this Russian stuff on me, but no one ever talks about.
Oh, it's ridiculous, Donald. I can't believe it. I can't believe.
Oh, great. Oh, great. This guy. I could see you brought a lot of energy, Shannon, but it's
I've hacked the interview. I've hacked the interview to speak to you again. What are friends, Donald?
This guy. You should see this guy.
I wanted to be your press secretary.
Every time he talks to me, he starts sweating and breathing really heavily. It's disgusting.
You go with Sean Spicer. Sean Spicer over me.
Sean's a great guy. Great guy.
The failing.
You're a failure. Failure show. Failure.
Do you have a prediction for the Blood Bowl or what?
Terrible. You know who's going to win this year, Shannon? You want to know?
Who's going to win this year?
It's going to be the Moscow Magas. We're going to make Ann great again. They're going to be even better than the first year when they won the Blood Bowl.
I thought you had nothing to do with the Russians. You said we, Mr. President.
We, because I'm a fan now. Okay. Okay, we're fans. We love the Magas. We're going to make Ann great again.
Machakan Beans is going to win.
Who's going to make them great again, not me.
You want to hear about, well, who's the Magas going to beat in the Blood Bowl? Learn how to make a prediction.
It doesn't, Shannon, it doesn't matter, okay?
All right, here's my prediction. I think it's going to be the top. There's two
people care about us. These are his donors, by the way.
There's two top teams. There's two top players. They're going to be drafted in the top two, and it's going to be the Ants and Machakan Beans in the Blood Bowl. And they're going to be their rivals this year, and I like Machakan Beans to get it done by picking David Johnson.
Horrible, disgusting pick. Horrible.
You have only a half a pick.
I only need one pick, Shannon. Only need one. All right. Machakan Beans, you just stay on that other side of the border, okay?
All right, Shannon, don't hack this.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
We're going to get him out of here. Shannon's gone.
That was very rude.
Yeah, I apologize for that. I apologize for that. But we thank you, Mr. President. Is there anything else you want to impart to our audience, to the league?
Tell Joe I have his inheritance, and he's never going to get it. It's right here in my hand, and he's never going to get it.
Oh boy. I'll tell him he's coming back, so I'll break the news to him when he comes back.
Yeah, you do that. All right.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. President.
Busy man, very busy. We're working hard. We're going to build a wall, and
Good luck, sir.
Next year we're gonna run the Family Trump Fantasy Football Trump.
I'm looking forward to it as always. You always come through. Thank you, Mr. President.
Yes, sir. All right. Goodbye. Back to work.
Adios. That was President Donald Trump. Well, Joe has left us. I'm not sure if I'm even still on here. Not sure what happened. I'm going to have to invite Joe. He left the call. I think Joe left the call. Am I still on? I think I'm still on here. I'll continue up with the show. We've got news. I'm not running it, so I can't get him back, really. I wonder how I can get Joe to join the call. Well, maybe this is part one, or maybe we'll do this again. I am going to... No, here we go. Hold on with us, folks.
Dominic, I'm back. Dominic, I'm back.
Oh, you got back.
I'm back.
I've done a terrible job keeping the show running, Joe. Donald Trump came and joined us, and then he was gone, and I was by myself. So I kind of just stuttered around for a second there.
I didn't know if he had left or not, so I had to completely.
Well, and we got hacked in the meantime by Shannon O'Shannon.
And now my computer keeps going back and forth.
Oh, and Joe, you're not getting any inheritance from Mr. Trump, from Papa Trump.
No, that's what he thinks. Okay, I'm gonna get it. One day I'll have my own house.
I'm just reporting that to you.
In a family. Okay,
that's true.
So our next segment is very valid news from our very valid sources. So
let's do a little news action.
So all your questions that you have, we will find out from our very substantial and valid.
Who did we get
sources.
To do this again? Who's waiting on the other line?
Yeah, it's Oh, I hope it's not my dad, my Donald Trump dad. But very soon we will find out what's going to happen with the Mississippi mud farts. Or
I'm here in Jacksonville, or not Jacksonville, Jackson, Mississippi.
It's Waiver Wire Wesley, everybody. He's one of our most substantial sources here at Two Ugly Mugs. He's basically our Adam Schefter. So, so what's the news on those old mud farts?
Well, I've been getting calls in from all sorts of league sources, and the most interesting stories seem to come from Mississippi mud farts, and we still have no word what they're going to be doing with the team. There's two possible landing spots because we don't think they're going to stay here in Mississippi. They're either going to Madison, Wisconsin, and they're going to be something along the lines of the Bratwurst team, or they're going to Phoenix, and they're going to be the Phoenix Fireheads. Again, naming
Phoenix
the team.
Fireheads.
Naming the team for Jake, little Jake is
kind of that's kind of borderline copyright infringement, wouldn't you say? We already got a Phoenix Fire Birds.
It's true, and it's one of the reasons why they haven't announced where they're going yet, because there's just so many. They've left it until the 11th hour, and it's not looking good. And it's madness here in Jackson.
Wow,
the South has risen again because they don't want them to leave down here. They're really angry about it.
Well, no. From what I remember, there was a deal last year in the.
There's many deals on the table, Joe, as you well know.
Who is this?
This is me.
Just some
the devil.
Joke, Wesley.
You may know me. Devil. I have many names. One of them's the devil. And I want to hereby offer the Mississippi Mud Farts and grant a spot in Vegas this summer. Conor McGregor and the Mississippi Mud Farts, or as they'll now be known, by the grace of Beelzebub.
No.
Come to us, Grant, and you'll win the Blood Bowl. You or Tommy are welcome.
We're a very virtuous league here, Beelzebub. Why
don't you ask your own father how virtuous you are? I make many deals.
I'd rather not talk about my father, Donald. Okay, and you leave him alone. By the way, he's getting into a lot of trouble recently. You stop tempting him. Stay away from my family.
Sorry.
You're not.
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
You're sorry. You're happy.
Of course not. Now,
anyway,
come and join me in Vegas, and you won't be disappointed.
This is a family league, Beelzebub. This isn't a laughing matter.
Madness.
I can't believe that.
Who are you talking to, Joe?
Well, I hope I'm not possessed, but I think it was Beelzebub.
I got cut out at some point there.
Yeah, we need to call old Brilopad. I think we're going to have some spiritual problems here soon. Celestial problems.
Yeah, we might want to make him a regular guest. By the way, and as the podcast goes along in the season, we want to be talking to the hottest team owners in the league.
Yeah.
And seeing what's going on there. I don't know if we have any guests possibly lined up for this week. You can always try to get someone on the line. But as far as that goes, should we try to call?
Let's try and call someone.
Let's see if I can get this person on the phone here. Get some more news.
It is a person.
Hello?
Hello. Welcome to You're on the Two Ugly Mugs. Maria. It's Maria Marengo. You have the first pick in this year's draft. We wanted to hear from the horse's mouth who you're taking.
Well, first of all, good morning.
Good morning.
Or should I say good afternoon?
Afternoon, yeah.
Afternoon.
Good. So didn't expect this phone call. But
never does.
Talking about the draft that's coming up in a couple weeks, correct?
Yes. You're on the clock.
Okay.
Do you know who you're taking? Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Right now, I have to speak for my co-owner. But right now, we are a little bit undecided between Le'Veon Bell and David Johnson.
Well, yes, but
leaning, if we were to pick today, it would be David Johnson.
Hey, that's who we've got you taking in our mock draft.
Boom.
So leaning David Johnson.
1 out of 1. 100% so far.
Correct.
Do you have a Blood Bowl pick, Mom, for this year? Who do you think is going to win it all?
Boy, that's hard to say without seeing teams. But
yeah, it's pretty impossible. It didn't prevent our president from picking, though. So.
Yeah, our president picked.
Okay.
He didn't pick. Shannon O'Shannon picked you, but the president picked the Moscow Magas.
Oh, the president picked Moscow Magas. Okay. That will be Moscow Magas will be a hard contention because they are, they're in Russia now, and you know how things go in Russia.
Mm.
So, but I'm thinking with the past seasons and the people, I'm thinking it most likely will be, it could be Buffaloes again.
That's true, based just on past success.
Thank you, Maria.
Draft picks and its trading and its team.
Yeah.
It could be, and it also could be Tokyo.
Oh, Tokyo. Interesting. So those are your picks. Any other news from Sonora?
Just that we are watching the training camps as they're starting.
Getting to work early.
We liked what we saw. Friday from David Johnson. He looks really strong.
David Johnson already at work. It's starting.
Yes, and we're looking forward to looking at to see how Philip Rivers does in his new facility, and now playing in Los Angeles. So
bringing Philip back. Interesting.
Most likely, yes. Just watching him and his receivers, it looks like there could be some good things happening for the Chargers. And also, there are some Steelers that we're looking at too.
Well, thanks for coming on with us, Mom. We like hearing about your plans. And good luck this season. Tune in to the Ugly Mugs.
We will. What day will that be happening?
In all likelihood, it's probably not even recording us the right way, so maybe never.
Yeah,
but we'll just keep your eyes peeled. All right.
Okay.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye. And there's a look into the first pick. I'd say you can put that one down already, David Johnson. Anthony, you're on the clock. And should we call the show?
Well,
we didn't really figure out how to end it. Two hearts of love.
Should we call a fan of the
Two
team?
muddled mind, two Dixie cups.
Call fan?
I don't know. Does it show us
season?
how long the thing's gone? This is our test episode. People won't be too mad. Also, let us know how long you want us to go. Because we'll go on for a long time if that's popular, but I don't think it is. Ben told us a half an hour is a good length. I think we've gone over that.
Ooh, we could just sing Two Ugly Mugs for half hour.
Yeah, we could easily do that. Two ugly mugs.
Running through the forest, doing this trend.
Two muddled minds, two coffee cups.
By the way, when your mom was calling, could she even hear me?
No.
Okay.
So that's an issue.
You could unplug your headphones.
Yeah, but my headphone jack's broken. But I think we got to end this podcast. Otherwise, it would just
we'll just
our
scare
computer problems.
People away. Yeah, we'll get into our. Oh, we need to do more conspiracy theories too.
Just in future podcasts, or
yeah.
More conspiracy theories are good. Do you think anyone's going to go to Vegas? Grant's got to decide where his team's going to be.
Yeah.
He's got two decisions.
I hope he stays where he's at.
He can stay in Mississippi and draft Antonio Brown, or he can go to Vegas and draft Zeke Elliott. He's facing a fork in the road. What to do with his team.
You better decide soon.
Got my eye on Grant's team this year.
That time of year. That time of year,
and of course,
this kind of stuff.
Let's try and get someone from the MAGAs on the next show. I want to hear about what's going on out there.
MAGA. So we'll have. I know a few people in Russia.
Well, yeah, get Trump on the line. Let's have Trump conference call Putin. We can talk about. Yeah, start an international controversy. All right, guys.
All right, we'll stop annoying you.
The Two Ugly Mugs. Tune in whenever we put it up there. Yeah.
Keep your eyes.
But we can also do this live, so we can have people join. So the show might get better. It's only going to get better than this. There's no way it can be worse. Yeah, it has to.
Yes. Well, I almost left at one point. It was
you
so
did
bad.
leave. The point at which we should have a warning. There's like a minute and a half where it's just me at my ugly mug, one ugly mug right up to the camera, trying to figure out what happened. So,
yeah.
All right. But we did it.
We did. So I'm going to stop it now. 1,
bye, folks.
2, 3.
Go Poops.